The beginning of that clip where she's like, oh my God. Yeah, it's like, it's so inauthentic.
But to the world, it's just, what has she been doing? Does she work? As opposed to, oh my gosh, I work so hard. And I appreciate what hard work looks like. I like working hard.
This is fake. She knows exactly when that happened. The eye search she's got going on there, that's forced and faked, as is the facial expression.
Meghan, how are you? And are you okay?
That's so kind. I am. I'm better than okay. How are you?
That smile's a little bit over the top. And that single shoulder shrug she has, that usually indicates that person isn't very confident with their answer or their statement.
And Meghan's accepting all these compliments. I know, I'm great, aren't I?
Welcome back to Pop Flash, where the drama is royal and the tea is boiling. Meghan Markle is reportedly spiraling, and it all started with a quiet little change on the royal website that no one saw coming. In what insiders are calling the ultimate royal power move, Princess Lilibet's entire profile has been wiped off the site, just gone. One day she was there, part of the family lineup, and the next, vanished without a trace. Yes, she's still technically in the line of succession, but the palace didn't just remove a name, they erased her identity from the public eye. And Meghan, she's furious. Sources say she's pacing around Montecito, phone in hand, legal pad filled with scribbles and strategy. She's trying to make sense of how everything flips so fast and so brutally. But let's not pretend this is the first time the palace has played digital chess. Meghan and Harry's profiles were yanked off the homepage once before, and then mysteriously put back. A glitch? Or a warning shot? This time it's different. Lilibet's profile has been missing for hours. Not a glitch, not a refresh, not a redesign. According to rumors, this deletion was deliberate. And here's where things get explosive. Meghan allegedly believes it's tied to the birth certificate controversy. Remember that bizarre video of her dancing while heavily pregnant? People weren't just talking about the moves, they were questioning the belly itself. Too perfect, too bouncy, too fake? Add that to whispers about a Colorado address listed on Lilibet's birth record, not California, and suddenly the gossip turns into a full-blown royal crisis. Now Meghan's team is reportedly in full meltdown mode. Behind the scenes, her camp is claiming this is a targeted attack, a calculated attempt to humiliate her, to erase her daughter from the royal story altogether. But insiders are whispering something even darker, something that could shake the monarchy to its core. According to those close to the palace, this isn't about optics anymore. It's about proof. Not PR, not spin, but actual documentation, birth records, hospital names, medical staff, and right now, Meghan hasn't provided a single name. Not one doctor, not one nurse, nothing. And that silence is getting louder by the hour. The palace hasn't issued a single statement. Classic move. They're staying quiet, cold, calculated. But those close to the royals say the pressure is coming from high up. Prince William reportedly is fed up. Not with Meghan herself, but with the drama that never seems to stop swirling around her. He knows what's at stake. He's not just the future king, he's the gatekeeper of tradition, of succession, of everything that holds the monarchy together. And if there's even a shred of doubt about the legitimacy of Harry and Meghan's children, it's not just family drama anymore. It's a constitutional crisis. And Meghan, she's not backing down. Rumors say she's threatening to take legal action, claiming the palace has no right to delete her daughter's page, and calling it a form of public punishment. But here's the cold truth the royals live by. Titles aren't rights, they're privileges. King Charles could wake up tomorrow, roll over in bed and say, "That's it, no more titles. You're just Harry now. No HRH, no Duke, no royal anything." And there's not a thing anyone could do. According to rumors, Palisades are quietly compiling a dossier of every inconsistency they can find. Timestamps, press photos, and that suspicious Colorado address. They want the smoking gun, and they're determined to lay it on the king's desk. Meanwhile, Montecito's iron gates can't keep the anxiety out. Meghan is said to be rallying top-tier lawyers, crisis PR gurus, and anyone willing to swear blind loyalty. Phones are buzzing all night, and every call starts with the same frantic question: do they really have something, or are they bluffing? But here's the twist no one saw coming. Some insiders claim the palace already has the paperwork, and it doesn't match Meghan's public story. If that's true, every denial she's issued could collapse overnight. One tiny mismatch in dates or signatures, and the narrative crumbles like a house of cards. Harry's silence is turning from puzzling to damning. Friends back in the UK say he looks haunted, like a man who finally realizes the cost of burning bridges. He's always been the rebel prince, but even rebels need an army, and right now, he's looking desperately alone. Public opinion is shifting at warp speed. Yesterday's star-crossed lovers are today's headline cautionary tale. Comment sections are jammed with one brutal question. If you've got nothing to hide, why all the smoke? And no amount of slick Netflix shots or pastel-filtered family pics can drown out that chorus. Inside Buckingham Palace, courtiers are reportedly rehearsing statements for every scenario, from a neat, tidy resolution to an all-out constitutional earthquake. They know one wrong word could send markets wobbling and Commonwealth leaders dialing London in panic. And then there's William, pacing Kensington like a general on the eve of battle. The future king cannot afford another scandal clouding the crown. Rumors say that he's ready to push for a final deadline, produce the medical proof, or face an unprecedented royal censure. Remember, royal rules are written in stone, not sand. If the children were born by a surrogate and the palace was kept in the dark, succession laws kick in, ruthless and immediate. Titles vanish, precedence evaporates, and the fairy tale dream dissolves before the world's eyes. Meghan may hope a sympathetic media splash can stem the tide, but the monarchy trades in documents, not feelings. The clock is ticking, the pressure's peaking, and every unexplained blank space on those certificates pulses like a red alarm. If the next 48 hours don't deliver hard evidence, we could witness the most dramatic royal fallout since Edward VIII dropped the crown for love. And this time, there's no cozy exile in the south of France. Only a digital erasure that screams, prove it or disappear. Behind Montecito's pristine walls, Meghan reportedly believes this entire ordeal is personal, not just a profile deletion, but a calculated strike, a royal smackdown meant to dismantle every ounce of legitimacy she's fought to cling onto. And guess what? She might not be entirely wrong. Because in the world of royalty, symbols are everything. A web page vanishing isn't just a website update, it's a warning shot, a brutal one. And for Meghan, it's not just humiliating, it's devastating. The monarchy plays the long game, slow, deliberate, unshakable. And now that the glossy PR is fading, the Netflix glow is gone, and the Hollywood charm offensive is growing stale, Meghan's left with a narrative full of gaping holes and a public that's suddenly paying attention. People don't just want fairy tales anymore. They want receipts. So where are they? Where are the hospital records? Where's the doctor's name? Where's the easel outside the palace announcing the birth, like they did for generations? Nowhere. And that's exactly the problem. With Archie, the public got a heavily filtered hallway photo and vague statements. With Lilibet, even sketchier. Just a press release and an avalanche of speculation. No names, no paperwork, no protocol, and as the birth certificate rumors swirl, with mentions of a Colorado address instead of California and mysterious blank spaces on the family tree, that pressure cooker is hissing louder than ever. Whispers of surrogacy, allegations of a hysterectomy during Meghan's first marriage, about biological lineage. This isn't just gossip anymore, it's a full-blown succession scandal. Because if those children weren't born of Meghan's body, and the palace was misled, the royal bloodline is in jeopardy. And for the firm, that's a line you do not cross. As the tension explodes across royal and media circles, there's one chilling truth Meghan can't spin away. You don't rewrite centuries of royal protocol with curated Instagram posts and pastel blazers. And right now, that's all she seems to have left. Instead, she's doubling down, rolling out media fluff, smiling for cameras, and leaning on privacy like it's a shield. But the monarchy doesn't run on vibes. It runs on paper, on signatures, on history. And the more she delays, the worse it gets. Because every silent day feeds the suspicion. Every unanswered question digs the hole deeper. And Meghan, she's running out of allies, fast. As the royal standoff intensifies, there's one player who's barely said a word, Prince Harry. And that silence, it's getting louder by the minute. People expected him to defend Meghan, to jump in with a heartfelt statement, a photo, a single piece of proof to shut down the rumors. But instead, nothing. Not a hospital name, not a doctor, not even a press conference. Just distant stares, vague interviews, and the occasional smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Insiders are now asking, is Harry starting to doubt the story himself? Because if this was just tabloid noise, if everything was above board, he could end it instantly. One notarized document, one hospital record, one name. Instead, he's backing away. Slowly, quietly, like a man realizing the ground beneath him isn't as solid as he thought. And for Meghan, that's a nightmare. She's always leaned on Harry as her fiercest defender, her shield. But now, with the pressure mounting, she's increasingly alone. Her media allies are drying up. The public is growing skeptical. Even her most loyal followers are whispering, "This doesn't feel right." Behind palace walls, aides are reportedly preparing for every scenario. One option, total erasure. If Meghan and Harry don't provide official birth documentation, the royal family could go nuclear. That means titles revoked, styles removed, a permanent deletion from the royal family's official pages. No warning, no appeal, just gone. Because in the monarchy's eyes, legitimacy isn't a PR game, it's a constitutional mandate. If even a hint of fabrication taints the bloodline, the entire institution is compromised. And the palace, they won't let that happen. Meanwhile, Meghan's latest PR push is starting to look tone-deaf. Handpicked interviews, staged family moments, carefully filtered photos of motherhood perfection, but all anyone's asking is, where are the receipts? And with each day that passes without answers, the speculation grows sharper and more dangerous. The stage is set, the spotlight is blazing, and Meghan Markle is cornered like never before. Every royal watcher, every tabloid, every whisper in Buckingham Palace is circling the same storm. Where's the proof? Despite the curated smiles, the soft focus photos, and the PR push to paint a picture of calm, the reality behind Meghan's Montecito walls is far from peaceful. Insiders say she's scrambling, lawyers are on speed dial, crisis teams are regrouping. The Lilibet page purge wasn't just a warning, it was a declaration. And now, she's got two options. Option 1, deliver the documents. Full birth certificates, names of medical staff, hospital details. Solid, verifiable proof that Lilibet and Archie were born in line with royal protocol. Option 2, stay silent. Keep spinning, keep hiding, and risk the ultimate royal erasure. A move so final, so brutal, that even Meghan's fiercest defenders won't be able to deny what's really happening. Because the palace, they're ready. Royal aides are already drawing up the paperwork. If proof doesn't come, the monarchy will wipe the Sussex children from official royal status altogether. No more titles, no more lineage, no more Princess Lilibet, just a footnote in the margins of royal history. And Harry? He remains silent. His absence in all of this is almost eerie. Once the fiery rebel of the firm, he now seems more like a man watching a story collapse, unable or unwilling to stop it. Some say he's quietly cooperating with the palace. Others believe he's paralyzed, trapped between love and loyalty, unable to move either way. But the clock is ticking. Meghan built a kingdom of narrative, one where she was the misunderstood princess, Hollywood's royal underdog. But now, that story is starting to fall apart, and all the palace had to do was hit delete on a website, because in the end, the crown doesn't shout, it waits. And when the truth fails to show up, it erases. And Meghan Markle, unless she produces what the monarchy demands, real evidence, not rehearsed interviews, she may find herself and her children not just sidelined, but gone from the royal record forever.